welcome. This is an incredible turnout. Thank you so much for coming. Isn't this a beautiful day? You can see the ocean from here, can't you? Believe me, if this project is built and you're up here on the knoll, which by the way, it's going to start about right in here, you're not going to see the ocean. There's going to be no ocean view at all. Yes, Boo is right. This triangle site right here where the parking lot is was seized by the city of San Clemente through eminent domain from San Clemente residents in 1970. Now some say, well, that's a long time ago, but you know what? It served that purpose very well over all these years, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, it has. And it was seized at that time, and it was to be used for public benefit and public purpose as a parking lot and a park. And it served that purpose very well. Now, that other piece of land over there, which is a vacant piece of land on El Camino, was where the Italian restaurant Ernesto's was a long time ago. And in the early 90s, because the city did not maintain the flood control channel out there, we had a heavy storm. And guess what? It washed to the sea. Mama Mia was in there cooking spaghetti sauce with her poodle. She made it out, and her spaghetti sauce and poodle did not. They were washed into the ocean. So that was acquired through inverse condemnation and eminent domain, which is very okay, because it served the public purpose of a flood control channel underneath. But also the documents say that in fact it's supposed to be used for parking. Well, as you can see, it hasn't been used for parking at all. Not at all. So I just want to let you know that the Yes on Measure A campaign has received $45,000 from the real estate industry. It's outrageous that they are trying to interfere with our own small town election here. So when you talk to people, tell them they have their own self-determination, and we have a right to vote on this. And the reason that they voted, the reason that they contributed $45,000 is because they say that we do not have a right to vote on this. We don't have a right because they don't like ballot box referendums to do this. So, but I'm telling them, guess what? We, the people of this community, own this land.
Yeah.
And we have absolutely every right to vote on it and vote a big no. So, you know, this is an outrageous situation here. We have 3 council members who are putting their names and their titles on brochures and titles. Guess what? On campaign literature. Guess what? We have an ordinance here in San Clemente, and it restricts lobbying by city council members to use their title for this type of practice. Well, it's being very unethical about this. Extremely unethical. So stand up and talk to your neighbors and talk to your friends about this, because this cannot pass. If this passes, we are going to look like Huntington Beach down here, and we don't want to. Do we want to look like Huntington Beach? No! I can't hear you! No! Thank you. No, we don't want to look like Huntington Beach, or we don't want to look like Oceanside, where they build on land adjacent to the beach like this. This is just not good. So, and by the way, the city really has a great deal on this piece of land down here to give to the developer. It's a minimum of $1 million and a maximum of 1.8. And you just go to the website, and that tells you, the city website, and it tells you that. Now you'll hear the Ply Del Norte and the lab, and Shaheen Shadegian, who wants to buy this, say, oh, well, we can do it, we can buy this, and it's going to be at $7.5 million or more. I've even heard figures from that $14 million. Well, in one city council meeting, I stood up and I said, look, if it's going to be $14 million, is there a real estate broker in the town, in the chamber right now, who can write about an offer? Guess what? No one came forward. Can you imagine the lies that they're saying? And I'm going to say lies because it's been so much misinformation from these people that it's outrageous. It really is outrageous. Now, the Fisherman's Restaurant, guess how much they give us each year in a lease? $700,000 a year they give us in rent for the fishermen. The city owns that site down there. Guess how much we're gonna lease this to them for the first 3 years? $1. How many of you would like to rent and lease this for $1 a year and collect the money? I think everyone would. I mean, that's incredible. And then for years 4, 5, 6, or whatever, then they say, well, we're going to lease it to them for $40,000. I mean, that's just unbelievable. And then, of course, they have a parking revenue, and they say, well, the city's going to get $1.4 million parking revenue. Folks, let me tell you something. The city hired an urban parking consulting firm from San Francisco to come down here. And guess what? They've compared us to Huntington Beach. I didn't hear you. Can you imagine that? Well, the parking revenue that they're projecting is equal to nearly half of the total parking revenue from the city of Laguna Beach. From Laguna Beach. I mean, how ridiculous is that? So if you want to get an analysis of the parking revenue, please go to visionsanclemente.com, is it .com? .org, visionsanclemente.org, and you can and click on parking, and you can see for yourself another analysis of it. So please talk to your friends, please talk to your neighbors. This election is not over. We've got 9 days to go, and we cannot lose this election.
On that money, tell him how much we're charging that guy for 1 acre in Vista Mosa Park to put in his miniature golf.
I don't know those.
It's $1 million.
I don't know the most recent figures, but if we're going to sell land, we should be selling the land like we did for Target, and we got $13 million for that piece of land.
Yeah. Don't sell land.
No, we're not going to sell it. Absolutely not. We're not going to sell this land. This belongs to us. It doesn't belong to the 3 council members who are committing unethical violations of the city ordinances. It belongs to all of us. And when you go, by the way, if you go to supermarkets and stand out and so forth, Kevin Denke has some new flyers here from the Music Man. He'll have copies eventually for you to hand out. It's a wonderful piece. So listen, talk to your neighbors, talk to your friends, talk to anybody you can to, and vote a big no!
The leader of Vision San Clemente, Charles Mann, would like to say a few words as well.
Charles.
You know, it's kind of funny because most people didn't recognize me here today because I don't have a tie. They didn't know that I could walk around without a tie. Reality is, they don't even know me now. I just wanted to thank the organizers of this rally. Martin did a fantastic job, and thank you for being here today. Thank you very much. I also wanted to thank the 2 speakers before me for their encouragement, Wayne and Tom. That's great. But more importantly, I want to thank all of you here because by what you're doing and by your actions, you actually will make a difference to San Clemente. And it's not just about this little stupid shopping center that they want to put in here. It's about the future of San Clemente. So you actually are making the difference. And this is what really is the most outstanding thing that we will actually be, the legacy that we will have left behind us. And we only have 9 days left. We've got to give her holy hell. And our goal is to beat them by 70%, just like we did with open space. So it's only 9 days left. So give it your best, and we'll kick those rat bastards out of here.
Yeah.